movie.
All right. When are we starting?
I don't know, bro. I feel like we're already in it.
Play the music, bro.
Yeah, I guess we can't officially start till you play the music.
I gotta find it. Hold on.
Oh, this guy. Never ready, bro.
Jeez Louise. Oh, no wonder why I'm looking at the wrong thing. Here we go, right here.
Every time, bro.
Every time.
One week you're gonna get it.
Is this the behind the scenes? Owen never just has his camera on this. He has it on his Twitch.
Yes.
Yeah, we usually like cut all this out for the.
There it
Every
is.
Every time.
Hey, we are back once again. The LofS podcast, a dumpster fire on wheels. We're off and running. This is our 8th episode. I'm Kryptonian Bane here with the regular guys, Leroy, Reloy 5, the really bros.
Reloy 5, let's go. Come on.
You seem ready today. You seem on point more than usual.
I mean, I'm a little exhausted. There's a lot of
Did you have a busy night, a busy morning?
back and forth, a lot of messages.
What about Bowsy, Dark Lord Bowser?
Hey, what's up, baby? I'm here.
What about you? How was your morning and yesterday?
You know, when you have a bad day, all you can do is that's all you can do, baby. That's it.
Imagine the Squirtle on that GIF one.
The new Squirtle one is fire.
Perfect.
No idea what that is, but that voice that you heard, that is arguably the best mouse and keyboard player in the LofS League. Ladies and gentlemen,
handsome devil.
Oh,
the leader of Team Replicated and the current champs of the LofS League.
it's Team Replica, but I'll let that slide.
What is it?
It's the wrong
I
tone.
never know, bro. I
It's the
never
wrong
know.
game.
Some of these
Stabbing
teams,
that
bro.
Head with iron. Solder iron.
He did say he was bringing the thunder today.
Well played. Well, anyway, Rep, how are you, bro?
Welcome.
I'm okay. You gonna ask me how my morning was? Or?
Yeah, how was your day, bro? You're 2 hours behind us, so you might be a little bit fresher.
Overslept for work. Still made it to work though, so that was great.
What do you do for work?
I work at a new place. I work for sales for people that need to buy specific like equipment to fix their sewer systems in cities. So I work with a bunch of cities and stuff.
That's
Nice. And what part of Cali are you in?
Logistics.
I am in the second part of Cali. Some would say it's the northern part,
Okay.
and that's where I'm at.
That's where it snows over there.
I mean, that's like
It does snow over.
it's none of the. I mean, I'm sure there's some well-known cities up there, but that's like San Diego and LA, San Francisco. That's all Southern Cali, right?
I'm about like 30 minutes away from the capital of California. So
What's the capital of California, though?
Sacramento, baby.
I was gonna say,
Why'd you guys-
are you a Sacramento fan? You are not a Kings fan.
Born and raised.
Damn, bro,
Hey,
that's
that
tough
boy
to be a
Mike-
Sacramento Kings fan, bro. They are ass.
Hey, my boy Mike
What are you
Bibby,
talking
though.
about? We're literally the 5th in the freaking overall Western Conference right now. We were in the playoffs last season. What do you mean?
Bro,
Hey, Mike Bibby
historically,
used to be
bro.
my favorite, bro.
Hey, that was the only time they were legit, dude. They were fun to watch.
Were you not watching last season?
Who do they have? Who's on their team? Who's their best player?
Apparently, you don't know. Jesus.
Enlighten me. What's the?
We got
hotness?
Mr. De'Aaron Fox himself. The best
De'Aaron
point guard
Fox,
that we got right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
We
yeah,
got
he's
one of
good.
the best power forwards, Domas Sabonis. We got one of our boys who's in the 3-point contest, Mr. Red Velvet himself, Kevin Herter, and he was a potential nominee for Rookie of the Year, Mr. Keegan Murray.
Never heard of any of these guys. They
Yeah.
suck.
Sounds like a first to second round exit is what it sounds like.
Sounds like
but God bless.
Sounds like when people name Oakland A players.
I don't get
Hey,
any
that's
of that.
okay. We're dealing with the same shit down here in Houston, right? The Rockets been on a rebuild for like what 5 years? It seems like.
That's true from what I've heard.
Hopefully,
But,
go ahead.
I mean, we made a playoff appearance. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small victories.
Set your standards low. I like it.
Well,
I got to go to a playoff game. Hell yeah, man. That's a win in my book.
so today, as Leroy alluded to, has been a little bit trying, but we're gonna push through. Leroy, what do we have on our agenda today?
First, we're gonna do a little Q&A with probably one of the greatest mouse and keyboard players the LofS League has ever witnessed. Then we'll go ahead and get a little bit of LofS League news, which stay tuned, boys. I don't know if it's gonna get spicy or not, but we have it rated G in the.
We'll keep it clean
That's
today.
the game.
Huh?
That's the game plan to keep it clean. But I don't know. You know how we do it. Then we're gonna go a little will they or won't they, which is also we're gonna keep a little rated G. And then after that, probably talk to Rep a little more, and then we're gonna rank some Marvel movies, Phase 1, 2, and 3. Probably the best part of Marvel movies, in my personal opinion. And then from there, a little bit of closing.
Okay, that sounds like very routine for us. We can handle that. So
Something
go.
over here, man.
Let's just hope we don't hit the speed bumps. They were
shit.
cones.
There's always speed bumps, always.
Man.
So I guess let's get into. So we know where Rep's from. We know that he's the champ. We know that he likes mediocre basketball teams.
That's me every day. Everyone loves an underdog story. Am I right?
I gotta ask. You do have a lot going on in the background. What kind of lights are these?
That up here,
Uh-huh.
light strip with sound panels that I built. So it's a lot of like schematic planning. It may look nice right here, but on the back, it's
Mhm.
literally duct tape and cardboard. But you
Very
don't see the
clean.
back.
I like it. It kind of
Um,
obviously it goes with the flow of your like logo and stuff. I like that.
Yeah, definitely. And then we got this one over here, the Nano Leaf Life panels. Every popular streamer I feel like has them now at this point, or some other knockoff brand. But I want to say I got them like
You were early on.
COVID.
Early
I
adopter?
honestly feel like I was pretty early on because I remember them being a bitch to set up. Like you turned them on without the app, you had to reset the whole thing. It was awful, but they got a lot better. And then last but not least, we have like a floodlight on the bottom, so all the pink light that's shining right there isn't from
Mhm.
that light. It's actually just
underneath.
from another one on the ground. So
Nice.
a little empty space void to fill in.
So this is your new studio that you just kind of moved into, right? This is the
Yeah,
new-
this is a new
Is
new
it
spot.
everything you kind of dreamed of as far as like the space that part of the house?
So I've actually lived here before. We went
Mhm.
to the other one. So in my earlier streams, this actually looks really familiar because it's the same
Okay.
exact setup as before, just with new
Oh.
additions. So
Nice.
it's new to some people, but it's old and classic to the OGs if you recall.
Nice.
And where can some of these new people find you currently streaming?
Nowhere because I don't stream. Yeah. No, but if you want, I'm on Kick. Replicated. You type that in, I'm the first one that shows up. So that's cool.
You
And
just
then
won't catch him while he's playing tournaments.
That's true. Exactly. If there's no need to stream, then why am I going to try to make my
That's-
frames even lower? You know what I
Yeah.
That was for Kryptonian.
mean?
All right. Kryptonian Brizzle.
Oh man. No, I did stream last multi tournament, so there you go.
Yeah, you did. Everybody in the chat is here for you and your mustache. That's what I'm seeing.
Let's go. I like the
Hey,
little
bro, nobody's
caterpillar-
mentioned my goatee.
Yeah,
caterpillar here.
very, very on point today, Leroy. I must say.
I like it. Us Hispanics can only grow that goatee. Am I right, Leroy?
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
space
sir.
between the mustache and the beard, bro, it's never gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
That's honestly it. We can do it.
Hey, your number one fan is in the chat saying I own Rep. I don't know it in what
Cam said that?
fashion. No, your number one fan is Cody. Believe it or not,
Yeah,
this guy would take a bullet for you.
Absolutely.
I've heard stories, but man stabbed me in the back before, so
He'll take a shot in the mouth. For you.
Sheesh. So I guess based on Leroy's preparation, everybody's a little interested in your setup. What can you tell us as far as like what you're playing on? I think I saw like mouse DPI and like some of those kind of
People might
questions.
want to aspire to be you know?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
does-
So some of us are still in the mouse and keyboard game.
So I
Might
would
take some
probably
tips.
recommend if you have a wired mouse to get rid of it, just wireless is honestly the best way. I honestly switch between two different keyboards, so if you catch it, I'm between two different keyboards. One is the high grounds 65% keyboard.
No wonder why I suck.
Made some mods to it, extra lubed it, all that kind of stuff. And then the second one is my personal favorite. This is a custom built one that my brother built for me for a nice little Thanksgiving gift. So holds a very special place in my heart. I can't tell you what's in it, but it's a lot of sound dampening foam, lube stabilizers, lube switches.
Is it like let's see, because I'm somewhat versed in the mouse and keyboard universe. Is it what kind of, do you know what kind of switches you have and things like that? Like, is it light switches?
I actually have the keyboard specs right here, so if you want, I can go through right now.
But if you want to get competitive,
look at Leroy. Leroy, I have that.
I don't have that. I don't.
Dude, that thing is a fucking steal. I have that somewhere around here too. That thing is awesome.
That's what you brought over to the house, right?
Yeah.
For LofS Day?
Yeah.
He wondered why he sucks at mouse and keyboard.
I was playing on controller that night. But that thing's a legit little Bluetooth device.
This is the only other one I got.
Hey, when you need something in a pinch. So what kind of mouse do you have?
I have the Logitech Superlight.
Are you rocking the new one or are you rocking the old one?
I'm rocking the old one. I think I got a brand new one just in time for I want to say one of the LofS seasons. I want to say it was for one of the Caldera ones, something like that. Or
I saw the new one came out, but it looked exactly the same. Like and some people were saying there was no change to it.
If it ain't broke, so they don't fix it.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, this is the one I just rock with. But
and the last boring question I'll ask about that is like, what's the DPI and like LofS or Call of Duty settings? Like how fast DPI? Are you playing your sensitivity type stuff?
800 DPI. I think my sensitivity is about 5.67.
Okay, so pretty high. Pretty high.
And then I believe in my Windows settings I have it up to 9. So
okay, so that's pretty fast for all you non-mouse and keyboard players. He's up there.
So a lot of people don't actually change their Windows sensitivity, which is actually a nice extra boost you can do.
I have to look into that. I could use an extra boost.
Explain.
So Windows,
for us controller folks.
Pretty much you're changing your sensitivity on like your pointer, like not even just in game, just of your computer entirely. So there's another setting in there you do in Windows. You can just do that. So
is that to raise the speed or lower it? Like, are you saying to raise it to 9 or is that lowering it to 9?
I raise it up by 1 because I think the default is 8. I could be wrong,
but just an extra little tick. I got you.
Just makes it all more simple.
Sounds like aim assist, Cody said.
What do you use your standard HDMI cable?
Shut up, Leroy.
No, some people use the what's the other one?
No, I use
DisplayPort.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Use DisplayPort.
Leroy's stuck in 2010 with that computer he got.
Uses the VGA connection.
Yeah.
Hey, I got me an Xbox. So I don't play on computers anymore, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's for the suckers,
Josh,
bro.
Is this Cronus talk? Yes, it is. It is Cronus talk. Man. But
any other questions for the champ?
I don't know. You got any tips and tricks for anyone planning on moving the mouse and keyboard? Be patient.
Don't.
Expect to be frustrated. Expect to be frustrated 100%. Because I know when people will go over to a different input and in your mind, and I'm guilty of that too, is like, oh, I would have got that guy if I was on a controller, or I would have got that guy if I was on a mouse or something like that. But like, there's definitely differences. Like, as a controller player, you are not engaging in long range fights, right? You're trying to close that gap and get in there so that your aim assist will lock on, or your movement will be the extra advantage you can do, or whatever value that you do with that. And this is coming from someone that also played controller at a competitive level, so I feel like I have a decent amount of verse to say to that. And then going into a mouse and keyboard, I realized that close movement is my biggest weakness. As soon as someone slides into me, I gotta swing my whole arm or something, and I'm literally just gonna get shit on in one way or another. So I would prefer to play long angle, advantages. So
I don't want you to
go ahead, Leroy.
I didn't want to cut you. I don't want to cut yourself short. I've seen you do some 180s off of a building and slap somebody on the helipad. So don't sell yourself short on that.
that wasn't close range, bro.
I would say though, close range isn't that. Close range is like when you're touching someone, dude.
I'm just saying though, that's pretty having to whip around like that and just clap somebody like that. Never saw
That's
it.
where that's where that 5.67
I think you did it
sensitivity comes
twice.
in, baby.
I did it twice.
It was a couple times, but who's counting?
It's them Cali
Anyways,
servers, bro.
Continue. I just didn't want you to.
No, he brought up playing competitively on controller. How about you speak a little bit to that? Like, what was that like? Or
It was
some
fun.
people probably don't know.
It was probably one of my most eventful times of my life. This was late Advanced Warfare, early Black Ops. I'd say all Black Ops 3, and then after that, once Infinity Warfare came out, no one pretty much played. But at that point, I was doing every game battle you could, every UMG, every CMG, every drop in game, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One and done tournaments, best of 7 S&D, best hardpoint, whatever have you. Assign roles, all that kind of stuff in Black Ops 3, to the point where it was not repetitive, but it was not as fun as playing other games. And I think
started to feel like a chore or like business type thing rather than like enjoying it.
It's like you get off work and then you get on a game to go do more chores, and it just seemed like you're working 2 jobs at that point. But it's a different payoff when you're actually going to like a LAN event and playing against other people. And
which you got you got to do that as well.
Yeah, we got to go to the ESA arena, the esports arena over in Anaheim, I believe, or Santa Ana, and that was actually at the same time that, if people that are in the Call of Duty know the players, this was when Parasite also went there. He was the MVP and champion of what's called Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So the game before he showed up, and he was slapping everyone else around, and which is kind of a little disrespectful. I feel like
shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have been there.
He should not have been there. Which I'm just like, why are you showing up, man? Just to earn an extra pair of headphones that you already have 60 of.
So how did that feel, playing in a tournament with somebody that's extremely better than you are, that probably shouldn't have been there?
Are you asking Omar or are you asking Rep?
Both.
It's a level of like acceptance. It's like it's like there's obviously going to be someone that's better than you in something, unless you're like at the very grand top. But even then, people that are like, if you're at the top, there's a lot of people that are, an ounce behind you. So just acceptance and just knowing that, hey, someone beats you off of pure skill is something that I feel like some people can't really accept. But just having that acceptance of that is really I'd say humble to have.
So I think that puts, hey Rip, I think that moves us into the next question I have. What do you think about when people suggest they're using some type of PED?
Oh shit!
What's
as in cheating? Basically.
Okay. I thought you sneezed.
Performance enhancing drug, sir.
Oh, okay. Is that actually what the acronym is?
Yeah, PEDs.
Oh shit!
I'm just talking about that's a judge. Mainly, it's like for sports and like physical sports. I'm talking about. So what about like
I don't know why it just jumped in my head, but like is that do they have to take any kind of piss test or anything like that at the highest level? Like are any of those focus drugs
actually
they can't take those, I'm sure.
Big like Adderall issue during like Call of Duty stuff.
Joshy,
even Hugh, one of the like younger like Call of Duty people on Optic was like, no, dude, I was jacked up on Adderall, dude. Like that kind of stuff. So it's just, I feel like it's definitely a thing.
I wonder if they get away with scripts, or it's a no matter what.
No, definitely not. I mean, have you seen the guy who's like playing like Pro CS and he had scripts on and he just like disguised it as Microsoft Word or a Word document?
Yeah, they caught it right away.
In the middle of the stage.
I mean, I've seen your hacks before.
That's true. The video in question.
Back in Verdansk. Yeah.
Hey, can't we play that? Aren't you have the ability to play that video?
Yeah, Bowser, you got that or what?
No, I think
I don't have it.
has can access
which one? Are you talking about where the little notepad pops up? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the one in the helipad.
Which one? Oh, you're talking about where you So one question I actually
salty, bro.
One I am curious about is what pushed you from controller to keyboard, and do you ever regret it?
Honestly, I think it came down into I just had like one good fun stream with a keyboard. And everyone I feel like knows the story about how like I felt more confident in getting keyboard. Is I played other games before I went into Call of Duty with keyboard and mouse. Like I think the game that really got me to be like really good with a keyboard and and feel like, oh, I can probably play this with this instead of that, was Destiny 2. Like, I played a shit ton of that game, and the aim assist is a little better for that, and it's also on keyboard and mouse. And I just kind of got more and more confident with playing it, and to the point where I was like, I can do this without having to worry about a controller. And then one fun stream later, and I still have clips of that stream where I'm getting like 4 headshots in a row with the HDR early for dance days, and I'm like, this is fun. Let's keep doing this. And then
there is a satisfying feeling to it compared to remote.
Definitely getting those headshots with it was probably peak. And then I think the last part of that really told me that I was like, I can probably satisfyingly like do this, was like getting a headshot on someone and someone to be like, yo, nice shot. Like that coming from the enemy, like that's actually like a good booster.
That's a completely different story on how to move from controller to mouse and keyboard than Omar. he just got baited into it.
My cousin,
I got one more
he's
question. I got actually 2 more
piece of
questions
shit.
for you.
Go ahead.
So whenever I was, I guess I did a little stint where I was trying to play keyboard and mouse.
Yes,
dude,
I like it.
I feel like my fingers cramp up or they're tired, dude. It's like, you know what I mean? Do you ever was that just like getting used to that muscle memory on using the keyboard?
I 100% know what you feel. I mean, that's why I have 2 keyboards. That's actually the main reason. Like this one, the one that was custom made for me, is a little bit more harder to press down. So, I mean, if I'm feeling good or if I'm like starting like a week without like playing, I'll swap over to this one. This one's actually a little easier to press. And so, I'll move back and forth with whichever one, just for like what the occasion or the event or how I'm feeling. But I know like my fingers definitely can tell that one is harder to press than the other, and it definitely like will give me that kind of carpal tunnel feel after a couple hours.
Well, you know what I had a problem too. Is I kind of wanted to. I had always thought about doing it, but I would always lose. Sometimes I would lose like you place your hands on WASD, and sometimes lose where my fingers are at. So thinking about throwing like a tactile, like more like so I know where my fingers should rest. I'm not a big. I don't know how to type two hands without looking, so I'm not really like a keyboard savvy to begin with. But I mean, I don't know. Those were my problems when I tried playing keyboard and mouse.
I know definitely having your thumb on the space bar is clutch. And then they make like grip tapes that you can pop on WASD if you want to.
Leroy, didn't you have like a metal keyboard too? Yeah,
I did. I had that. Also, I also tried using those. What is that? I think it was called Nostromo. Was what Razer had, where it was just the hand pad, and it had all. It was basically just a keyboard that you fit your hand on top.
That's what Cody uses. The Azeron.
The Azeron.
Yeah.
I think Cody's is different though because he has buttons if he lifts his fingers up too.
Yeah, that thing is crazy. I've messed with it before. It's there's a learning curve there too. Doesn't feel as natural though.
I mean, I've thought about going back to that 1-2 week instance that I had where I was playing half controller, half keyboard, or half mouse.
Yeah. What was that about?
It was just, if I'm being 100% honesty, it's more of just getting like attracting like people's questions about it, because I think that was right when like TikTok Live was starting to happen. So that was like a good way of being like, oh, how does he play like that, or vice versa, or whatever. But after a while, I was like, I don't have a scuff or anything, and I'm already missing out on like some extra buttons I could use. I think like to jump, I was using like the bumper, which was already weird, and to reload, I was pressing right on the D-pad. But,
yeah, that was definitely interesting. When I remember seeing a clip, I was like, "That's different."
But you would use the right thumbstick, right, to look around and still WASD to move and strafe.
Yeah, exactly. So it was pretty much having the best of both worlds: the movement of a controller, but the aim of a mouse.
Nice.
Which I might double back to get into because I paid for like a software that you could use that actually remaps it, because it's only a free trial to do it, but if you pay for it, you just get it for the full time. So I was like, that's fine.
Nice.
There's not a. Is there? I thought only a couple of games allowed that. Like,
well, that's what the software does. It'll like it'll allow it to be inputted as a keyboard. So
is that legal?
The main thing is.
That makes sense.
It is legal.
It is legal. What's the name of the software?
It is WASD. WASD.
Write that down, Leroy. Write that down.
Write it down right now.
Hey, also one more real quick. What program do you use to practice your aiming?
I used to do aim labs a lot, but
it's easy to
I
fall
just
off
play
of
other
those.
games if
Yeah,
I'm being 100% honest. Like
yeah.
Valorant is really good for me to have like better aim, so I'll play that for a bit.
I think once you get to a certain point of control, then it's just like you might as well work on the finite stuff in the game itself.
But would you say it would be good to use aim labs if you're moving into it?
Yeah.
Aim labs is probably a good one to have if you want to like increase like your response time. There's a lot of exercises in that one. My favorite one was just like having 3 targets pop up, and as you shoot one, another one pops up, and you just kind of have to snap to them all. Once you kind of get comfortable to like how it feels to move your mouse around or your sensitivity, then you can kind of get those flicks going on.
Yeah.
Cam says he plays on a flight stick. That's interesting.
Ooh,
my man.
What a baller.
Yeah. As long as we're not in Caldera, I ain't worried about it. Cam was he was something else in those aerial assaults on Caldera, man. He really was something to watch. It was like it looked like what's that old freaking 64 Air Combat or whatever the hell the name of the game was. Just man.
Star Fox,
Top Gun. Like this dude is nasty in the air. I'm glad there ain't no more jets and
that
shit.
is a big another downfall with KBM. You cannot drive or fly anything. Like it's a death sentence if you want that to happen.
Yeah, the driving, especially in Masra, was awful. Oh my God, like the vehicles did not handle well at all. Hopefully, this new one it's cleaned up a little bit because that was not fun. I was literally like, all right, somebody else drive because I'm just. Oof. But anyway, let's get into the news of the league or what is it, Leroy? What's next?
Yeah, we got just a little bit of some LofS League news. Just how just a little recap on how the tourneys went.
Oh, the customs.
Of course, I had to take people's money on that poker tournament.
Oh my
Thank
God!
you guys for contributing.
Who are you in the finals with?
Games or no?
Nah, they thought I was what's his name?
Phil Ivey.
Poker. Our Phil Ivey.
Damn, I used to love those ESPN shows on it. World Series of Poker. They were so good, dude. Whoever the hell used to commentate for those, they did a really good job.
Oh, where's Leroy going?
Oh, he's going
to go flex his earnings.
He's going to get something poker related. He has to be getting something.
I would have assumed you guys played poker with face cams on just to like.
Some of us do. I did the last time I played. I remember I was playing against is it Chapo? Chapo was really good about he had his glasses on, he had the poker face. BG
going on in the back.
Yeah, dude. He had an interesting background. Savage. It's a confetti wop.
Hey, I forgot to let them know, bro. They didn't even know, bro. I got that ass.
Oh man, there's your PEDs right there. Caught red-handed. Who were you in the final table with? Who was the last couple guys you took out?
It was just one. It was one table. I think I took out. But I think I took out Reese and Chase simultaneously, and then it was one on one with Fetty. I had that, hey, bro, but the blinds were ridiculous. The blinds went.
Was it moving fast? Yeah, it looked like y'all were moving
dude.
quick.
So the blinds were going quick. So if I had a 2-3, I had a 2-3, I think clubs, and I went in with that, and bro, hit a straight.
2-3 clubs, nice.
2-3 clubs and hit a
straight. So you said Fetty was in the finals? It was you versus Fetty? Man.
Yeah, Fetty's like, if you got the 3 GG.
That motherfucker. So the first two, we ended up splitting. He was in the finals. So damn, he's every poker so far he's been in the finals. Better watch out for that guy. The next one.
Yep.
So and then
it was good, but I would like to lower the interval times on the blind.
Slow it down a little bit, make it feel more like a real.
Give people
real
some time to drink a little bit.
Last time, I mean, it took a couple hours, and it felt like the right amount of time last time.
I feel like this one was like 45 minutes.
I'll take the blame for that. I set up the blinds and the antes, but I set it up the same as the last time, which was also a very quick tournament, like almost just an hour, and we were all done.
Did it feel fast?
Yeah, it definitely does feel fast. So we'll adjust it for next time. And it's just we wanted it to not take forever in the really slow rounds. Yeah. So I think that part was fine. I think just after like the half-hour mark, it was just going like you got enough for one or two hands, which that's the part we need to slow down.
I think you keep that middle ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time we did that, I mean, I was able to. We took a couple breaks, got refills on drinks, and it was a longer, slow burn. It was nice.
I think as someone on the outside,
that was
looking
2 times ago for you. Oh, you missed the last one.
Oh, okay.
Or the not this.
Oh yeah.
One
You're right.
that.
You're right.
Yeah.
As someone that wasn't playing and on the outside looking in, I think you guys should establish maybe like a 2-drink minimum rule.
Yeah. I like that too.
At least 2 drinks first.
Well, I mean, what if people play that don't drink?
Dr. Pepper.
Got to get something.
Dr. Pepper.
Put some sugar in their system.
Anything to alter their game state or get them out of their chair.
I like it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was it. I didn't play the other two. We had
So that was Friday, and then Saturday we were supposed to have another 3v3 customs, but I think Saturday nights are just really, really tough to make that happen. And then people, things come up, parties or get-togethers. I had, what was it, some Christmas event that we had to go to till like 6:30, and it was going to be really close if we got home in time. And I think Cody was the same situation. So Saturday nights are just tough. So we had to fold that tournament, but then we had a really legit Rocket League Sunday night tourney, and once again,
another tournament where we had somebody that was too good lead the way and win.
Nav ended up with a decent teammate and just ran through it. Slapped us around in the first round.
You were about to have him in the first match.
We had him down for a little bit. We had him down for like 30 seconds, but apparently he wasn't even playing. So,
yeah, when I was watching, he was kind of just interacting with this Twitch stream and kind of like not caring.
Yeah, that makes sense. He probably knew he was.
It was like whenever Neo finds out he's the one, and Agent is trying to punch him.
Yeah.
He's not even looking while he's
the thing about Nav though, like all the goals he scores, it's not like flashy. It's very simple. It's very like to the point. It makes you feel very like, I can play with this guy. It's not like when you see Trippy or like even sometimes. What's his name? Stone Cold or Fatty. Hayes, not so much. Hayes was kind of letting me down in the after tournament. But
your thoughts, Bowser? Hayes was your teammate.
Yeah, in that tournament we lost to we had a bye, and then we lost to Nav and Fluffy. It was tough. But, they were just a better team. But the after tournament, me and Joey ran through that shit like fucking water.
If it makes you feel better, maybe Nav can just draft me on Rocket League, and then that'll probably be a good enough challenge for everyone.
You got to play mouse and keyboard.
You think so?
Honestly, I'm probably just as bad on controller. I have a total of 3.5 hours on the game.
Okay.
I just found out how to move forward, so.
It is fun, though. It is a fun
it is fun
game.
It's addictive.
I'm surprised that it went this long, considering the soccer background I have, and everybody loves Mario Kart, and it's basically a Mario Kart mixed with soccer. And
I'm surprised at how recently it just kind of got up, because I mean, you guys have been having that poker one for a while, like off season for whatever, for LofS or whatever have you for Call of Duty, and then Rocket League kind of came out of nowhere. I think it started off with like, oh, one person downloaded. Oh, 3 people downloaded.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Half of us are on the same level because none of us have played.
Yeah,
we're literally probably like, I don't know, a day in now, like of playing a couple hours every few nights.
I looked last night. I have 2 days, 14 hours already.
See, that's surprising to me that it's already up to there, like in the amount of time.
Yeah, you gotta think about like Chirpy though. How many gets like what?
He said 10,000 hours.
He said 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours.
I mean, Trippy is like the Call of Duty equivalent to me. Like, I mean, he played in the team, and then he had his like competitive background. That's the same.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the shit that he does in there is like, I don't know.
Did you end up having something Sunday?
Yeah, that was the Rocket
Yeah,
League.
that's what we did Sunday. What was you talking about?
Y'all never did the 3v3?
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't get the 3v3.
We
just didn't. We didn't have enough.
In there.
Rep said he wasn't going to play, and then
who killed that though? I think it was Dirty that killed that.
No, we only had
I mean,
5 people. We only had 5 people
I-
registered.
It was such a shockwave that I couldn't play that 10 other people also decided they could not play either. So
Yeah,
I don't know how we can go from 16 people to 6 people and it's my fault.
I don't know. What I heard was that you were scared to play, Rep.
that's what I heard.
Damn, I guess they're probably right.
I heard Joey.
Probably right.
Cody said Joey put you on your ass in the finals of the last one and broke your confidence.
Nah, I honestly think it was just like the duration of it. I was hearing Cody's kind of discussion on the last podcast, and I think he's 100% right. I wasn't keeping warm in the middle of the games, especially when it took maybe like 2 hours to get into our round 4.
Because you had to take a break after y'all played us.
Like multiple breaks.
Because we had to play them, right? Because we played y'all, and that was a long back and forth battle. And then we played
kicked it off in round 1, so that's going off cold to begin with, and then winning I think 4-0 against them, and then now we had to go with the next team, and then I think after that we took an extra 30-minute break to find a replacement for people that were dropping out, and then on top of that again another break, and then had to go through losers, and then last but not least was playing you, Leroy, and Brizzle. And then from there, Cody's.
Bro, I was done, bro. I was checked out.
It was midnight when we were rolling into the.
That's
too damn long. Too damn long. Yeah,
and I remember signing in at like 6:30.
Yeah, opposite sides of the spectrum. You got the 3v3 taking 8 hours, then you have the fucking poker taking an hour. Like, got to find a happy middle ground.
Yeah, bro. It was ridiculous, bro.
I think an agreement that everyone is good with is instead of best of 7, maybe best of 5. That way, at least every map is played.
Yeah, I like that. And I actually, man, playing that and the CDL thing starting this Friday, like, I don't know, dude. I really enjoy that kind of competition. I guess we're so used to playing Battle Royale now that even though killing or playing against random people is satisfying or whatever, playing against somebody head to head and knowing who you're playing, it just, man, it juices it up for sure. And
it's definitely like seeing more opportunities and more chances to play with that person instead of just the one and done. Oh, I got you from a bush, you didn't see me, or
right. And it's like there is a lot of strategy because like pure gun skill. I mean, you had T1 versus T3, and it's like T3s will get the best of you in that because like if they have positioning on you. If they're hiding behind a damn kitchen counter, they know you're coming, right? So they can hold an angle, or sometimes you guys would hold an angle and then move to a different spot, and we're expecting you one place. And there's a good amount of strategy in those game modes compared to like you were just saying, like, oh, you just got the best of me, you're in a bush, or like I'm fighting somebody else, and now you're third party, and it's just like, okay, you got me. But playing the competitive 3v3, I'd like to continue to have those tourneys on because they're exciting.
And like the thing like with the 3v3s and like compared to like the BRs, it's like you really start to see like what people's play styles are. Like, you know, in a battle royale, you get one conflict, one gunfight, and you can't really analyze or anything. But in a game of S&D, like you start to figure out what people's favorite moves are. Like I know Omar loves to hump up and down that helipad. I know Bowser likes to go a little bit more rover on B or go under those stairs.
He likes those stairs.
Leroy likes to be on that little back building back there, just holding down that tunnel.
Yeah, I was really hoping we played against so we could make some adjustments to all that stuff. That clip that you posted where you defused the bomb, we just have not, like, as a group, we never really played Search and Destroy. I'm literally underneath B thinking, like, we're having a discussion, like, where's he coming from, or like what kind, and I think I even asked in that thing, I was like, can we tell if somebody's defusing the bomb? And then it was like snap a finger and it was over. Like the bomb was defused. Yeah. I was like, son of a bitch. Like,
for the record, you can hear some clicking happen. That's like when he opens up the briefcase.
If you're close enough.
If you're close enough or quiet enough. So
but that nade almost got me. That nade was a good indicator. So if I started when that nade happened, I probably would have gotten off of that.
Yeah. So Cody mentioned maybe trying to do one more before OSTs start, our little off-season battle royale tournament. So
I think he was talking
we'll
about
give
he
one more
wanted
chance.
to run a battle royale tournament on Saturday, not an actual another 3v3.
Oh, that's what he wanted to do? I thought he was talking about another custom.
So he could have some preliminary numbers.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah,
Are you guys excited for a new battle royale?
Yeah, fucking yeah.
I am. Yeah.
I wish I could take off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or if y'all listening to this today.
Hope he's playing right now.
You never know.
I mean, everything that I've heard about the new battle royale just sounds like a win in my book.
Yeah, it does, bro. That's what I'm trying to hold on, bro, because it just feels like positive. The shit that we saw today, somebody posted the Stone Mountain breakdown of the new stuff, and it's like, it's everything we've been wanting. It's locked
Did you see
playlist.
he got his own perk?
He got his own perk?
So, like, he's never had his own character in the game,
Right.
creator code, but he made a TikTok and he was like, "Well, boys, I finally made it. I got my own perk in the game. It's called Mountaineer, and it takes away fall damage, or softens fall damage."
Funny story about
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain. You know the famous streamer?
That is.
He's the one that used to do the really like legit call outs, like he was an actual military mission or something.
Officer.
Yeah. Come on, red team, go red team.
Yeah. You get out of the plane and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Dude, the yellow videos.
When I first started watching him, dude, he didn't even have like 10K in YouTube yet. Like he was really, really small YouTube guy when I first started like watching his videos.
Jesus fucking Christ!
That's so loud.
I'm sorry. Surprise.
But now he's like what, like 3 million or something like that. Like he's one of the biggest in the world now.
God damn.
So that's crazy. Yeah, good for him.
He's great.
Yeah.
I love him.
All in all, excited. Can't play till Thursday, so that'll be great.
Yeah, I will probably get on tomorrow night.
I can't play either unless I sacrifice some sleep. Man.
Tomorrow night you can't.
I get off late.
Man,
are they doing the usual thing? They air it at about 10 a.m.
Probably.
Your time, yeah. Your time, 10 a.m.
I would say I hope they double XP'd it again, but Christmas is around the corner, so they'll probably do that again.
We're gonna get them Christmas noobs soon.
Let's hope.
Sir.
So
I guess Dirty must get the game.
He's getting it late.
He's getting it late.
He does keep saying he needs to rank up his guns, so that's probably the situation.
Well, what's next on the agenda?
We get that.
Is there any?
Oh, won't they? Never know.
Oh,
I gotta
man,
say, hearing that in this Discord sounds a lot better than hearing on the playback.
Does it?
Yeah, that's the award-winning segment.
Will they? Oh, won't they? We'll never know.
Let's go.
I love it.
There you go.
So for those that aren't familiar, Chris, what is this segment exactly?
Oh man, everybody's familiar with this segment now. No, this is where the four of us are going to talk about an individual that's played in the LofS League before that maybe hasn't played in a couple seasons, or there's been rumors that they're going to possibly step away. And we have an obvious choice for tonight, but we're going to let that slide maybe till we get C Brizzle on the podcast. So we might talk about that then. But for tonight, since we got replicated with us, let's talk about Nav, your twin. Your twin. Y'all do look alike.
Bro, they even sound alike.
And they sound alike. I know you don't see it because
crazy.
You're you, but like for everybody else, dude, identical twins.
During the Rocket League tournament over the week, like when you were in there watching, I was like, Nav is kicking our ass, and he's like talking to us, or he's talking about us, or like what's going on. I was like, oh, it's a rep. But damn it, y'all do sound similar.
Yeah.
I guess from what I've heard, he and I were swapped at birth, even though he's probably, I think he's like 2 years older than me. So, anyways, he's got his life together. I don't. That's the big grand difference.
Okay. Yeah, he's married with dogs. Sure.
Exactly.
So he's the will they or won't they this week?
Yeah. But before we get further into it, Leroy's got our past segment, and Rep, if you wouldn't mind giving us your thoughts on our previous will they or won't they's.
Yeah, definitely. I do recall.
I'll give it to you.
Oh, go ahead.
First one's going to be Bede.
Are you familiar with Brad? Do you know Brad Bede?
I don't know him. I know he's got his own Discord channel though.
Yeah, he's famous.
You're not wrong. Yeah, he's important to the league. He's been a first overall pick before. He delivers packages to Josh all the time at my house. He's flicked me off with the ring camera many times.
Yeah, he works for UPS or one of those.
Yeah,
man.
So it's hard for Rep to make a call on the ones that he doesn't know.
Yeah,
true.
Want to just go to the next one?
It's a 50. Hold on, it's
or
a
off the hip?
50, yes or no?
I'm gonna say no, just based on him having a really busy job.
Okay, fair enough.
Solid.
Fair enough. That's a good assumption.
So next
All right,
one.
the second one is Showtime.
And what's Showtime's occupation?
I think he's in sales or something. Like he's at home sales. He does shit at home.
I think he works for your T4 Zero.
I think he does actually.
Yeah.
I think Showtime will come back. I see him streaming a lot on Warzone, and I feel like, it'll be good. Not viewer boost, but like I guess interaction to like stream and then LofS, because he's got a good setup and everything, and he's got like clear picture quality. So I'm sure he's someone that I would watch definitely. I mean, I subbed him. I watch him. He's probably live right now, but
Probably is.
But I think he's coming back.
All right. And then we got Renegade Texan Bassett.
See, I don't know who that is.
Don't worry, I already put no for you. Don't worry.
Okay, perfect.
All right. What about Jordan?
He don't know Jordan either.
I don't know Jordan.
Yeah.
We'll
that's Bede's best friend.
Yes.
Perfect.
Easy
through
pieces,
these, man.
Run right through. Yeah.
All right. What about Cheddar One?
I think Cheddar's coming back. I mean, being MVP rookie of the year, I think he's coming back.
There you go.
If Showtime's playing, I think Cheddar's playing, just for the possibility of them being back on the team again.
It's crazy that he knew he was the MVP. Right. I'm not sure I would have known that.
Dang, terrible.
I'm involved in the league,
here. He
More
is.
than this guy.
I'm involved. I make videos for the league.
Love it.
He puts them Warzone classes out too in the Discord. Y'all see those?
Stop helping everybody.
That TAC 56 build got a lot of our T3s and T4, probably even T1s and 2s on a good gun while it was meta.
Did. And the TAC V.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So while since we have all that, what about Rep? What you got for Nav?
So I did personally ask Nav if he himself was going to come back, and I want to say that he said he wasn't 100% sure. I know that he wanted to kind of play other things. I knew he was really big into Starfield. I think the first week he came out, he already beat the main storyline, so he was putting a lot of time into it. And I feel bad for keeping him on a game he doesn't want to play when he's having the time of his life in Rocket League, Starfield, what other games. And I hear there's like another couple Star Wars games coming out or whatever it is. And I would just feel bad to say, hey, I'm going to keep you as my T2 pick, so you have to continue to play. So I talked to him, and I think he gave me like a no, that he's not going to participate. So then I went with a different person I'm going to keep for this season. And
breaking news.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. Everyone knows. Jesus.
But is it official? There's only been one official keeper announced.
No. Oh.
Hold on. We'll get to that. Let's get to that in here in a little bit.
But before
let's finish this real quick.
Leave them on the edge of their seats.
I don't think that Nav is gonna come back. If he does come back, then he's got a spot on my team for sure. If he's available for that pick. But my guaranteed hold is probably going to be for someone else.
All right, go ahead, Omar. What do you got after hearing
that? I feel like that was a big surprise to me. Like I would have said if you would have went around the room first, I would have said Nav's coming back, just because I didn't even think he was going to come back last time, and he came back. So he definitely enjoys this, maybe a little bit more than he ever shows. And he just got paid. Like once you get a taste of the money, it's like, hey, I could use an extra,
What
$700-800 money? Bro, he bought the Super Destroyer ship from Star Wars. That thing's like $600. Like, bro,
you have zero Legos. Why would you be jealous?
This is Star Wars, bro.
When that thing is done, bro, that thing is gonna be a piece that you hang from the ceiling or something. It'll be.
If you caught the Rocket League stream last time, you got a glimpse of it.
He said something about wanting the Hogwarts castle, or maybe those, like, so maybe if he has another Lego wish list, like, why not come back to the season?
Jump back in and try to win some more money, right?
Especially when you got Rep on your team, like.
True. Confirmed hacker.
But now I'm just gonna.
So what you got?
I'm gonna say no.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to say no since Rep said no.
All right. What about Chris?
What about you, bro?
Bro, I'm gonna say this, bro. I have him on Facebook, so every once, and you know what? It's so true. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, that's not Rep. That's
yeah, I'm on Facebook.
But I've seen him on there, with this old lady, like, traveling or whatever. And I think by the time all this is said and done, like, if we were starting within like a week, like, hey, we're starting next week, let's go. But since we're not, I'm gonna say yes, he comes back. I'm gonna say everything's gonna settle down. He's gonna play the games he wanted to play. He's gonna need a little bit more competition. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, having that little extra bit of competition, and not only that, competing against people it'd be different if it's different if you ever play those fantasy football and you join a random league and you really don't care about it because you're playing against randos. But if you're playing against people people you've seen, I think he comes back. So it's a yes. He's coming back for me.
So for me, it's also going to be a yes, but it's the same with Nav every season, and I'll put him in the same box as I do some of these other guys like Verk and almost every one of these will they or won't they's. It's because it depends on how much work that we actually put in on trying to get them to come back. It's constantly reminding them, hey, it's time to sign up. Hey, it's time to pay. Hey, we're getting underway. We need a yes or a no. So it's going to be on how hard we all work together on getting these people back in here. But Nav has been one of those that has been a little easier to get to come back because Cody.
Yeah.
Cody reaches out for a lot of his buddies like Greeny and Nav and these
That's
guys,
true.
whatever. So he'll reach out and probably get a yes for us within 2 weeks of the start date.
I also agree with you, Doom, on that.
I also agree with Cam.
Yeah, Cam, second that.
So yeah, that's our.
Also, sorry, real quick. I want to be, since we saw Cam, let's we congratulate Cam on the promotion.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the LofS League.
Cam with the promotion.
You can go ahead and bow.
Get ready to get a bunch of my DMs.
Yes.
Hey, but also his that first day was tough.
First day was rough.
He did bring the playlists.
Hey, you know how they say
the playlist lockdown is gold.
The playlist prophet, Cam Doom. That's him.
You know how they said the president fucking ages like twice as fast? Cam aged like a week that one day.
Hey, Cam, this is from me. Since you're the first official keeper, right?
I love you 3,000.
All right. So the reason why I had Nav hold off on what he was gonna talk about, because actually we're done with won't they?
You meant Rep.
Rep. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to move into asking him a couple of questions. What's the strategy about who's gonna pick, or what is your draft strategy gonna be like?
I mean, being a first-time captain and drafting, I went off solely just numbers, and I think, baby, we're just gonna go on numbers again. Baby, we're just gonna go on numbers again.
Okay.
Hey, you know who doesn't do that? Who's trash? Is I ain't gonna say that. He's part
of it. This guy?
No, the other way. The other. There it is.
Where's he at? This guy.
Hi guys. I pick my family and they get me fucked every season.
All right, so
Jesus.
I think that's it. You got anything else?
Cody locked himself into a full season of playing controller and being ass at it. It's crazy.
Wow.
He said he's going back.
He was good. Yeah, he was good when he played in the mornings, though.
Hey, you heard it here first, folks.
They were pretty good in the mornings.
Oh man, it's okay. I'll leave Nav to a championship like he couldn't.
So you don't want to commit to any keepers at the moment?
I mean, it's not like locked in officially. Like we'd let you out of it. Like, so let's say if Nav came back, but if Nav doesn't come back, you're ready to commit to the.
Who's your other guy?
Second on
I've
deck.
already discussed it with who I'm keeping. Like I said, if Nav doesn't want to play the game, I'm not going to twist his arm to play the game.
Sure.
I know he enjoys playing Rocket League. That was his main method of warming up for our games. I was like, oh, Nav, you in here? He's like, oh, I'm just finishing up this Rocket League game. I'm like, that's fine, whatever gets his fingers warm, And I think out of everyone, it is mathematically stupid for me not to choose my T3 to keep. I think anyone in my position would keep Savage if Nav is not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Man is literally a T3 or a T2 stuck in a T3 body off numbers alone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, not this guy.
And I do recall
stealing kills.
Yeah,
I do recall during draft day, texting or just people be like asking in the chat. I was like, "Why is Savage still on the board? Like, what's the deal with Savage?" People just being like, "Oh, he just doesn't listen," and and I get that now. And Savage doesn't listen, but
he's a league champion now, though.
I should have taken him over Leroy.
I know how to put the leash on him. You just gotta let him go. You just gotta let him ball out how he wants to on one game, and if he gets scared, he gets scared, and then now he's in your back pocket. But that's fine.
I'm kind of glad you took him because I ended up getting Cam in his place because I told everybody they would be stupid to leave him for me in the third round, and I'm happy for you.
It worked out for everyone, especially me.
Yeah, especially
me.
What would you put your OST played numbers, like your over under right now? Like if you had to say how many OSTs you plan to play, what would you set that over under number at?
Are you? It's a little hard to say, especially since
Mm-hmm.
we haven't played or seen this new Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm obviously going to do the minimum required. At least if it's 3, it's 3.
Wow.
But if I'm balling out and enjoying it and have like a good like couple days on like the weekend about it, I'm not afraid to go into double digits.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, let's. I don't know. You've never really been big into the OSTs. You've done it just as the base requirement to being a captain, or just the base requirement to get in the league back in the day. But you do know that it paid out more than the league championship did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Damn. I knew it was close.
You said last week we got 700 a person, right?
It was something like that. It was close.
Yeah, they got 600 something a person.
Yeah, well, the
OST was crazy. I still don't know if I think it's gonna do that again because that was just a
it won't with
perfect storm
attitude saying minimum.
Well, I also don't think that my amount of OSTs or numbers will be Josh, I got you, bro. I got you. Will be determining my level in the draft at all. I think as being a champion, I'm probably going to be last pick of the champion.
Yeah. He'll be towards the end.
Yeah, he'll be towards the end because, I mean, we still have to discuss this on Sunday, but you still have an average from last season, so I guess we'll bring that up at the meeting.
Yeah, we'll have more information on that in the coming weeks. But yeah, I like to hear that you're ready to play some OSTs. I mean, with the new map dropping, and if it's smooth, and you're talking about people are going to play tomorrow, they're going to play through the weekend, and then if some of these guys get juiced, like thinking like, oh, they're ready, and then we open it on Monday, dude, we could have quite a few entries next week. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I'm just hoping it goes swimmingly and no issues at all with joining up on people.
I do like the level of communication they have already done beforehand. Obviously, we know that it could go sideways at any point because of whatever server issues or whatever. The fact that they've been using this zombie map or the zombie mode in the map, that's a good sign. Like it should be ready. I like that they came out and said the playlist is going to be locked, like at least the solo, duo, trio, quads is going to be locked all season. Like that's awesome to hear.
It's a huge dub.
Yeah,
For us specifically, that's a huge dub. We're not going to have to worry about any breaks in between. We can keep an actual schedule.
That being said, what about trios?
I know, like that's definitely
something to discuss. But I will tell you, whoever made the new spreadsheet already made it quads and would be highly unfortunate and pissed off if we moved it to trios. So
you just want to use just one slot in each one.
Mm-hmm.
Leroy knows all about spreadsheets.
I'm sure all those formulas will work 100% correct.
They don't call it. Hey, they don't call Bowser the spread cheeks king.
Spread cheeks king.
Spread cheeks king.
Okay. He's the king of spreading cheeks. I get it.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the player number being 100?
I don't think it's too bad because they said the map's 20% smaller. So
yeah, that sounds perfect, right? Should be a lot of engagement.
20 minutes to win it.
Yeah, from start to finish.
I just hope
it's going to be mobile.
I hope that they keep everything that we liked about Warzone 2 and combine it with everything we liked in Warzone 1. I mean,
what did you like about Warzone 2?
I like the addition to flares. I like the addition of buying your loadout, and
that flares was nice.
I mean, you were able to buy your loadout regardless in Warzone 1, but flares, just like new equipment like that was always nice to have. The inclusion of, like the balloons to get around farther, new equipment, all those kind of things.
I want to say all that
zip line horizontally.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
just
people getting lit up on a zip line, like sliding by.
Yeah.
The train is going to be a POI now.
I heard that's a drivable thing.
Yeah, you can take it over, go backwards, forwards, stop it.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Like,
well, that being said,
guys.
I also hope that they take away the things that we hated in Warzone 2, like the heavy chopper or the bomb drones.
Please.
Or
the thing about that,
innovative for the first week.
I feel like the heavy chopper was such an easy fix, though, right? Like, if you would have just taken the health down 50%, then it'd be like, okay, this is a viable like option to like go and try to win this. But at the same time, like it's not,
like once you get to the point where it's got kind of like the map,
it was inevitable, bro. I don't think I ever won. Did anybody ever beat one of those at the end?
You can offload your whole magazines into that thing and never.
And it was usually the guys that were in there. Most likely, they were guys that were hunting the nuke. So it was guys that were decent with skills and knowledge. They're dropping the damn ammo packs in there, javelins. And it's RPGs and javelins. It's just like I can't do anything. Like there's literally no defense against it, and that was a problem that went on way too long. Like why was that such a hard fix? Like they fixed way easier or way harder stuff faster than that. So
I know once during like our final games or our playoff games or any games in general, seeing a heavy chopper was like our top tier priority of getting out. Like if we were about to get our first loadout, I was grabbing a javelin and going to like an ammo supply and just shoot 2 of those at least, or 3, and it would be down, and I would be like, there's no headache for end of game now. Or
you're saying you were lighting it up while it was on the ground before somebody could take it?
No,
or just while they were
like right when I saw like in my peripheral, like enough
okay
to do that.
I see what you're saying.
Or if we were nearby, I would probably light it up as well too.
Damn! Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Man, can we get a live?
Damn.
Will there? Won't they? Right now with Nav?
This is new.
Give us a solid answer.
Oh man,
Nav is in the building. Nav, if you're listening, bro, we all want to know if you're coming back this season, or is Rocket League gonna keep your attention?
I mean, he already made more money on Rocket League over the break than he did with Call of Duty.
Damn, that must have been easy money for him. Like, just kind of come in, slap everybody around for about an hour, and
he enjoyed it.
I mean, I have an entry fee.
Oh, who's doubling down on Nav's entry fee?
Yeah, I don't know. Cody tells us he's paying for him every damn season. I swear he pays for his whole group. These guys are just sucking the life out of Cody.
Yeah.
I hope he at least paid him back when he won that.
Leroy, wouldn't it be nice if like our
Stop
friend
it.
would
Stop
pay
it.
for us?
Yeah. Get Bass in here and let him pay for us.
Bro, hey, all I know is Brandon still owes me and Jesus
Dinner.
Yeah,
That dinner.
that's a long time ago. Was that season 4?
Let me tell you what's not going to happen, Leroy. That dinner.
He said he's good to go. That sounds like a yes to me.
Man. And I already put no. Damn it. Let's change my answer.
You know what?
Too late, baby.
Honestly, I think at this point, I'm just gonna say this. You heard it here first on the LofS podcast.
Ooh.
That Rep is in a dilemma where he hopes that Nad doesn't come back so he can choose
Oh.
Savage.
Wow.
Doesn't have to make that choice.
Wow.
No, I gave Nab my promise if he's available on round 2. He's got his seat back.
There we go.
That's if he comes back.
The first ever full team for back-to-back championships in the LofS League.
No
It
shot.
would be.
No way
It could
happens.
be possible.
It could be possible.
No shot.
It might even be.
I am inevitable.
All right. That being said, boys, I think continue
on to the next segment.
On to the next segment.
What do we got?
God. Are we really gonna do this, bro?
We only got phase 1, 2, and 3. It's not as bad as you think. We're not
Oh, it's not. It's not the whole
We're just
thing.
doing the Infinity Saga.
So we always,
Okay.
you know how we always have,
the good movies,
it's
Omar.
entertainment.
Okay.
Right now
okay.
we're gonna.
I'm gonna have to be reminded about all these, but go ahead.
We're gonna do a tier list for the phase 1, 2, and 3 of the Marvel series.
Okay.
So wait for Kryptonian to pull it up.
What am I pulling up? Why don't you tell me what I'm
It's
pulling
the
up?
same thing as
Same
last
thing.
time. Oh,
Just click on that.
Did you already send in the little
it's
link?
it's in the thing.
It's in.
Just copy and paste that. I guess you probably can't do it. Huh?
This is what you're good for. Where did you send it at?
Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you.
one more time.
Man, we're gonna do the freaking Marvel saga. That's what we're getting into.
The
So
Infinity
controversial.
Saga,
So controversial. There's gonna be
What?
some tough decisions.
I mean, probably. You're probably right.
I guess it's probably easier than the later stuff because you really got to weed out like what's the least worst.
That's true.
I mean, should we get going without it, and then just once you post it? I mean, we could.
No,
You're talking about
really wants to skip this segment. Damn.
I know he does.
Well, I mean, like pulling it up, like so. There's not a.
Oh, it's right there. Go ahead.
Where'd you send it?
I'll see you
It's
on
in
Thursday,
the,
Nav.
It's on the chat and where we're on the on air chat.
Oh, okay.
I like it. Committing already.
Let's see. It's already here. Oh man.
Some of the people enjoy like Michael Bay Transformer movies.
How about we do not the Transformer movies themselves, but just Michael Bay explosions? Which ones are the best?
Just the actual explosion?
Hey,
Just the actual
That
explosions.
battleship,
Oh my
had
God,
some
dude.
good explosions.
It did, yeah.
Okay.
Don't slip on that.
I bet my whole hand that Leroy has a limited edition battleship copy.
I think I do.
Hey,
God damn.
oh, that's
Man.
almost there, Omar. You're almost there.
What? That's it, right?
Yeah. I was just talking about the view
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that many.
on Twitch.
Yeah, it's gonna look a little rough. Wasn't prepared for
Yeah,
that.
like I said, that's not that many.
So you want to start talking about them while I clean it up? You can
Yeah,
start from whichever one y'all want to start from.
Well,
you
let's
want to go in like timeline order, or
no. I mean, let's pick.
just what's in on the screen?
Let's just pick which one's the worst out of them.
What's the
You
worst?
just want to go straight to the worst?
Let's go to the tier. Let's go tiers.
F going up. Okay.
Like we did the same thing we did with Call of Duty.
Okay. I mean, I think we just all pick one and keep going, like we did with COD.
Yeah, we can
Also-
pick one, and then we can talk about whether or not we feel that needs to be
If we
there.
feel the
or
same way.
we all feel the same way. Yeah.
I mean, I would say I've got probably 2. Let's see, maybe 3 on this list I could put in F tier.
I got 1 for sure.
I'm gonna go ahead and start, and I'll say Thor: Dark World's got to be F tier.
Is it really that bad though? Like, I mean, we're talking about. What's his name? Malekith. I thought he was a decent villain. I like the his little henchman had that little badass scene where he takes the little rock and kind of goes into suicide mode. Who we're kidding? That's a dog shit movie.
There you go. We can convince himself.
All
right.
But
Let's go on an F.
I know he's not a bad, but is the movie good enough to put any higher up, Omar? Or
I don't know, bro. It really wasn't that good. Thing is, I like Thor a lot. I'm always in love with Padme. I actually dig their chemistry is dope. That fucking scene where he's like on the balcony and he's like talking to his mom and he's got a jet and the fucking hammer just comes flying and he just fucking sticks his hand up and fucking takes it. Bro, that's such a dope scene. I don't know, man. But it does drag on towards the end. Like that movie just really drags on.
What do you guys think?
I agree that it's on F tier. I would have picked that as well. I didn't really think like there was like a lot appealing, and I know it's like you're trying to do a lot of movie establishment, but it just kept dragging on for me, is what it felt like.
Yeah.
Leroy, you agreeing or?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You agree?
With that.
All right.
All
Let's
right.
go on the next one.
We'll let Reb get the next one.
Is that Hulk? Is that the one with Mark Ruffalo, or is that the one without it?
That's with Edward Norton.
I'm gonna throw that one in there.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe with it was he had like a heart monitor on, right? Like it was like on his wrist. It was like a watch, right?
Yeah.
And in every kind of like Hulk thing, it was like, oh, don't get me mad, don't make me angry, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then he's just running from the military at that point, and it's like, oh, my heart rate's going up. I'm gonna transform. I'm just like,
yeah.
Is it because his heart rate is going up that he's gonna transform, and that's the thing, or is it because of his? Yeah, exactly. I was like, that was like a big thing for me. I was like, that was like, I can't with this.
Yeah, they were kind of messing with their own like the history of like the whole like it's based on really like his anger, not his physical thing. I mean, obviously, if he's in a life or death situation, it would kick in. Like if he was like shot or like fell off a building or something, it's supposed to kick in. And then like obviously if he gets like super angry, but like you're saying, like it made it seem like, oh, if he jumps on a treadmill, like the whole place is coming down.
Yeah, like, I didn't know his power revolved around his blood pressure.
They literally stopped him from having sexual relations because he's like, my heart rate, like, you're not angry, bro. You're
like
just
the dude got
it.
He got aroused and it was like, I got to shut this down.
Come on.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's a missed opportunity because Hulk is, I mean, he's a cool character and.
Yeah, Ruffalo's actually done a pretty good job with it. I think we've had him in Avengers, all the Avengers, and then Ragnarok.
Yeah, he's the Hulk now. Like he's good. He took the thing. Yeah. Right. I think the secret sauce for Hulk is sparingly, like to have him sparingly or like as a second or third character, like he's well suited. But too much Hulk is just like, what do you do? He's just kind of one dimensional.
He was good on the series whenever my boy what's his name played him.
Ferrigno?
Mm-hmm.
Ferrigno's an asshole, dude. Ferrigno's a dick.
Oh man.
He did us dirty at Comic-Con one time.
Story behind that.
Yeah, he was kind of an asshole at Comic-Con Palooza or whatever, right? So
he mistreated Kryptonian Bane.
It wasn't just me, dude. He was the only like celebrity that was like handling his own situation, and it became this awkward like financial thing. Like he had a little fanny pack on, and he's like, "Hey, it costs this much if you want my signature or my picture or what." And it was like everybody else had someone dealing with that, so that
It didn't feel professional.
Right.
The interaction you had with the celebrity or whatever was strictly like positive. Like no matter what it was like, hey, it's good to see you, blah blah blah. Like I don't know, like they seem like I don't even know about the money or whatever. But this guy's like, hey, you want a picture? Like, it's this much, and then it was like we took a picture and it didn't come out great, so we're like, oh, let's do it again. And he had this fucking look on his face like he was about to Hulk out. It's like, hey man, it's just another picture. Like relax, it's digital. But yeah, he was a dick. And then he was like, immediately as soon as we left, bro, he was like counting the cash to make sure he had enough. Like we paid him all the way. It's like, oh Jesus, like we gotta go. Nobody else in the whole place did that. And we met Stan Lee and everything else was an amazing experience. But that was something else.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next one?
Leroy, your pick?
Yeah, I think I have. I think I'm gonna go with Captain Marvel.
That's a part of this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude,
that was my third pick for F tier.
That's an F tier right there.
Yeah, that fucking sucks, dude. She's ass. Her personality sucks. I did not like her. And it's surprising
too. That movie made $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say why Pandaverse.
Pandaverse. No, it's because they stuck it in between.
Yeah, because it was important. Endgame, and this was the chick they hailed. It was, bro. This is a masterpiece. This shit right here that you're looking at. This is a masterpiece. I talk about it all the time. Like this is like on the level of any kind of world Marvel or like artistic like genius, like anything you can think of. Like this is up there. The fact that they put this together, the way they did, the people they put in, the order of it, how they did it, and this chick. The reason this made $1 billion is because this chick was perfectly placed to be the one to like fight Thanos, or like this was going to be the one to get them over the hump, right? Like this was the Superman character. And it was like a hot blonde.
I just really didn't like the fact they did my man Samuel L. Jackson dirty, bro.
What, in the show? In the new show?
No, in the movie Captain Marvel.
Took his eye.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was a cat.
Alien cat.
An alien cat like that. That's how you're gonna. Come on, bro.
I also just didn't like her personality as Captain Marvel. Like they made Captain Marvel this like, I don't know. She looked like bored and like she didn't really like what she was doing. It's like, oh, all right.
Kind of like she is in real life. You think?
Maybe, I don't know. I see her in like other stuff, and she seems like a little bit more bubbly, or like the way she interacts with the cast, like at like red carpet stuff.
I just meant it's strictly about her in real life, like with Marvel.
Maybe, I don't know.
She was, I don't know. She said she's like, I probably won't come back. I don't think they want me anymore. Like, what?
Yeah, whatever.
It comes down to like when you like someone like as an actor or something. Like, do you like them as an actor or do you like them in real life? Like, there's certain people that you can get behind, in both kind of, circumstances. But some people you just can't get behind them in like a life situation. As far as like Brie Larson goes, I mean, I like her as an actress. She did good in other movies, but I mean, like you're saying, in like that Marvel situation, she just seemed like she couldn't be kind of more or less bothered. And I don't know if that was supposed to also be like the Marvel kind of like personality she was trying to adopt. Because I know like in Endgame, she was like, well, there's other universes we got to save out there. You guys one. So I don't know if she was like really playing into that.
I don't know.
But I know like my biggest thing about it was like, oh, here you go. Here is, here's this last surprise character at the end of Infinity War as
super OP, like
as like what Samuel Jackson drops the responder, and then now you get the next movie of how he got that, and it was supposed to be like, oh, this is going to be the person that reverses everything, but doesn't do very much. I think she had maybe like a combined amount of like 15 minutes of screen time of herself individually
in the final
in Endgame.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking stupid. And that stupid ass scene where they're all together.
You had her saving Tony in the beginning, and then coming in and flying through the ship in the end, and then the fight scene. Like,
yeah, it was a lot of like what you were just saying. It was just like, hey, like this is still your planet. Like, how much more important things are going on in the universe that you're just kind of like, oh yeah, I got to go back to Earth, and like, because when she comes in, it's kind of dope. Like she shows up and like I think she like takes out like one of their major the aircraft or whatever. And it's like, okay, like she's legit. She fights Thanos for a second, but then
she saves the day because Thanos is calling in his little hellfire to rain on everything.
It was just like, bitch, she kind of should have been here. Like, come on. kind of
I
important
did also
day.
like the scene where she was like standing in front of Thor as he like grabs his
Yeah,
axe.
I did, and he's
Like, that
like,
was
yeah, I like
cool.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
one.
like
That's
this one.
And
Yeah.
then
but that I think that's Hemsworth that's making that scene. It's not her. You know.
yeah,
But
I
Yeah,
can see
all she
that.
did was
Whatever.
stand there.
yeah, she just stood there, and it's like, oh, this is someone on my level, kinda. But
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I don't think I have any more movies for the F tier, but Omar, it's up to you now if we want to drop another one in the F or move on to D.
Unfortunately, as I'm looking at this list, it's probably going to go back to Thor is probably the next weakest one. But I mean, you could put it in the F, to be honest. Like, I'm looking at these other things. It's the only one left in here that's not like everything else on here. It starts to get like really good for me.
I don't know. There's one more I haven't that was kind of.
Do you want to? Is it worse than Thor in your opinion?
For F
I
tier?
think it is.
Which one?
I think it's worse than.
You gonna say?
I
Are you gonna
didn't
say
care.
Iron Man 3?
Iron Man 3 was terrible, bro. Like finding out
Iron Man-
that
Iron
the
Man
super
3,
villain
Iron
was
Man
just
3.
an actor.
Yeah, I honestly, I think you throw both of those in the F. What do y'all think? You think it's D?
Like, don't get me wrong.
I would say D because they are, to me, they're better than these other three.
I would say D as well. If
Okay.
your argument is
I'm okay with that.
because you find the villain is an actor, then isn't that the same thing as like Spider-Man Far From Home?
Mysteria, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
I'm okay with that.
And also, it's
I'm
not
okay
like they
with
did the Mandarin any favors in Shang-Chi,
they
but we're not going to go talk about.
Bro, they shit on fucking one of the best Marvel villains they have,
Yeah.
bro.
So
Man.
yeah,
Alright,
I can agree with those.
Iron Man at 3.
And then I think the rest of these is C and above.
Nah, I got one more for D
So
Which
who
one?
do we have for D so far? Iron Man 3
and Thor 1.
Thor 1.
Thor.
Thor 1 is just
Um,
not great. It's okay. You can tell they like obviously that was the beginning stages of Thor, and they went through like you could see the physical manifestation of his character. Like his beard is weird, his hair color is weird, like his hair is like,
weird.
Yeah,
Every-
so that's the first thing I thought of.
Anytime somebody says that, that's all. Your beard's weird.
and he was extremely like oversized in that he looks ridiculously like a bodybuilder in the first one. They
Yeah.
toned him down or like cut him up the rest of him.
Yeah.
So what's the other D one?
For me? The other D movie is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That's the first one, right?
Okay. No, that's the
This
second
is-
No,
one.
the first one's just Ant-Man. The Ant-Man and the Wasp is the second one.
Which,
I'm trying to
Do y'all
recall what
remember
happened
the
in second
villain?
one. Yeah, it was it Marduk in that one?
Nope.
That was one, right?
No, that was
Exactly. Y'all can't remember the villain. The villain is the phase one.
the chick?
Ghost phase
Michelle
chick?
Pfeiffer? Michelle Pfeiffer?
Oh
No,
yeah, the one
she's-
that's like
She's not the
Oh,
She's
you're right.
the-
Yeah.
she was the girl like glitching out and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of forgetful, to be honest.
It's kind of
I did.
forgettable. Like I know that was also in between Infinity War and
Yeah.
Endgame. But for me, the villain didn't live up to the first Ant-Man to me. Like
No,
that
the first
Ant-Man
one
movie
was a treat.
First one was
It a little
great.
treat.
yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Okay.
Was Iron Man 2? Was that when War Machine was introduced? It was, right?
Well, he was introduced in the
Yep.
first one, but yeah, he gets to put the suit on in the second one.
He gets a suit in the second one, right?
Yeah, Don Cheadle takes over for Terrence
Don
Howard,
Cheadle.
Yeah. I don't
which is actually
personally.
a
I don't
crime
have
in
any
my-
more for D. I don't know about y'all. But
Mm.
I'm good with D as is now.
Yeah.
that's where it
pretty
gets
good,
tough, boys.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
I'll throw Ragnarok into C.
Oh,
Debatable.
That's my
Debatable.
opinion. It is, however, my favorite Thor movie. But
yeah.
and it's great to see. Oh, this is where Hulk was. This is where all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
And you get some great people like the Rock dude. And I freaking love that guy. Never remember his
Korg.
name.
Yeah.
What was it again?
Korg.
Korg. Love Korg.
That's
You got that intro?
that's Turbo's roommate's favorite meme.
Is
He's
it?
gonna start a
that's right.
revolution.
Yeah, no, I love Korg. I love them more in Love and Thunder. Thought it was way more funnier. All that kind of stuff. But it just seemed like after one big event happened, and you just seemed like oh, that was like the rising act. Like if you're following a movie, rising action, climax, falling action. It just seemed like there was too many, in lieu of a bad joke, too many climaxes for that movie.
Yeah, the climax is definitely like when they fight in the stadium the first time, and then the rest of the movie just kind of like drags.
Like there's that, and then okay, now we got Hulk coming back with us, and then go back over to forget where the fuck they're from. God damn it, Mount Olympus, not Mount Olympus, but you know what I mean.
Asgard.
Asgard.
I did love the fight scene though with Hela. And then you got fucking home dude coming out. What's his name? The big giant sitar. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
But all that kind of stuff, and then which is why I put it up a little bit more higher in the C tier, is because you get like some sprinkles of what's going to be in the next movie, like his eye, and and his hammer being gone, and all the stuff, like even with like Loki and stuff, So that's why I placed it on a little more higher into C. I think it was essential, is what I should say.
Yeah. I don't know. I would probably put it in the B or A personally, but I'm not opposed to that.
At lowest B, but then again,
it's,
I don't know what movies we're actually going to put in C. So
yeah, is the rest of these just going in S and A? Like, I mean, some of these are fucking Titan.
I don't know. I think I know which one you would pick, Omar, to put in the C tier.
In the C tier, looking at this list.
Yeah, just recalling from our we've done this in the past, back with the OGs during bowling or a dinner.
Okay, so time. I'll be honest if you say. Go ahead, say it.
Doctor Strange.
Nah, I wouldn't put that in the C. I thought you were gonna say Captain America. The first Captain America it's okay to me.
You did.
It's just
it was a bit slow.
Yeah, really good. Like the payoff is nice. I really like his build up, but it's kind of slow. But are you nominating that for C?
No, because remember I put it as one of the top ones. I remember the argument you gave.
Yeah,
me, it's trash.
The first one, I like the first Doctor Strange. Yeah. I think that the first Doctor Strange is actually really, really balanced throughout the movie.
Yeah. No, I mean personally, if I have to pick one for the C tier.
I mean, do you?
I mean, I could agree with Captain America, the first one. I don't know. That's probably it for me to put in the C.
The C tier?
The C tier, yeah.
Yeah, the rest of these really start to go hard.
I mean, I would throw Ant-Man in the C tier if we're going to throw Captain America in the C tier.
Which one?
Really? The first Ant-Man?
First Ant-Man.
I mean,
Leroy has always liked Captain America.
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to separate these like pretty evenly, then yeah.
I can throw Captain America on the. Yeah, because I mean, we can switch it around when we get towards when we get everything.
I mean, honestly, these two, I would definitely put Ant-Man and Ragnarok above Captain America. But there's also
I would put Ragnarok above them two. Is that what you're saying?
I would put Ant-Man and Ragnarok both above Captain America. I would put them in like B. But
you don't like Captain America regardless.
Ant-Man was so entertaining, like throughout the movie. It just felt good. It was simple. It was
a really good intro movie to like see how he's gonna like do with his suit and everything. Like all those kind of things. Like, oh, I need oranges. All these kind of
for like a non-main character, like it overdid. It overperformed. Josh says Doctor Strange is great, and I'm not a comic nerd. Yeah, we agree. We agree.
He's not wrong.
Okay, I mean, I guess I'm okay. Y'all wanna leave these here? We'll start the next.
Doctor Strange in B.
Okay, so we'll start the B group.
You know how we did it last? You know how last time?
Yeah, last time we went straight up to S.
We can do S.
You wanna go to the S? Okay.
Yeah, I think S would be a lot easier.
Okay, so I mean, and the really heavy one. So my personal opinion, every time we talk about this, I like to separate the Avenger group movies because they're just, bro, it's unfair to pit them against.
It's not that unfair.
Bro, it is, bro. Like if you think about like budget and like energy and like just superheroes like screen time compared to like Captain America, like bro, that's not a fair fight.
I mean,
in
but they're
Civil
all part of
War.
one saga, which is what we're tearing off. So, I mean,
I'm just saying,
it may
like
be fair,
you,
it
I
may
would,
not be fair, but
but like in my opinion, Winter Soldier is
an
a
Avengers
10.
movie.
No, Winter Soldier's not. It's
I mean, so no, the other one is
Civil War.
in my
Civil
eyes.
War is an
Civil War,
Avengers
in
movie.
my eyes, is an Avengers.
See,
movie.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of thinking that it was, and I honestly still think that it is.
It is. It is. And
You
like
have
general,
like 10 Avengers.
it's not
in the
Captain
movie.
America
It's
3.
like-
It's not
You
the
have
the
roughly
movie
all
is
of them. Yeah, at that
Yeah.
point, that's developed.
You're only
roughly all
missing
of them.
what, Thor, Hulk, and maybe a couple others.
Yeah.
So, but I can't know in good conscience say that Winter Soldier is even close. Like as good as I believe that this movie is a 10 out of 10, it's not anywhere close to Civil War or the last Avenger movies. It's just, bro, or I mean, it's just
Winter Soldiers B.
or A. I would put an A.
There's a
I would
A.
put an A. I would put
Yeah,
an A.
I would
how
put-
many? How many are we gonna put in S and A though?
I would put Guardians.
how
of
many
the
more do we have?
Galaxy
One, two,
in the S tier.
We got
6,
fucking
7,
like
8.
12
I was
left.
gonna
10,
say I was gonna
12.
put Guardians in B if I'm being honest. At least the second one.
The second
I would
one
put
for
the second
sure.
one.
Yeah,
I would put the
first one's
second
an
one.
S, bro.
Bro, the first one's really good, but it's the same thing. Like it's in the same thing. Like on its own right, I would put it as an S. But you're gonna put that against Infinity War, where it's got 22
Okay, so
movies
it-
like leading into
so-
it, bro. That's hard, bro. It's not fair.
So what do we want to do? You want to throw Avengers Endgame and Infinity War both on an S?
Bro, that's what I would.
I
do.
would throw Endgame probably an S, but I mean I'm an advocate for throwing Infinity
So-
War into A.
Oh,
I'm vice versa.
I mean, I would say
Okay.
they just both go S, bro. To be
bro,
honest,
they're so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
that
and
ending,
then-
bro. Whenever fucking
Dude, I was
when
in
he
an
snaps your finger.
emotional state, bro. I remember sitting there with my son. He was, what year was that? 18. So he's probably like 4 or 5, and him just like marveling at the thing. He doesn't know what's going on, right? But like me thinking about all the shit that we went through. How many nights did we all go to see the movie and then have our little parking lot discussion breakdown?
20 something nights.
Like,
I had to have an
bro,
attendant walk
and
me out
looking,
'cause I was so emotionally distressed.
like, dude, I shed a little tear. Like the big scene where like the scene he had with his dad with Iron Man, the scene with his dad hit really hard. Of course, like when the freaking on your left, like Cap on your left, and they roll in, dude. Like, come on, man.
Scene,
That's
yeah.
too good, bro. And then even to now, like somebody will post like the fan reaction, like all these years later, of like what it was like to be in the theater the opening night that we were all there. Like, dude, that's crazy. That was an insane.
And that's my reason why I would like to have it like over Endgame or Infinity War.
I mean, if I had to pick out of the two, yes, you have to take Endgame over. But
But
Infinity
for
War is
me-
maybe a better movie.
For
Yeah.
me, Rep, it's the opposite because I was a million miles away from all my brothers. That's
Oh, that's
why.
right. He was in Minnesota. That sucks.
I would
I mean,
go-
I went and saw it at the same time,
Mhm.
but I just wasn't there.
like I said, I would
Yeah.
throw both of them on S.
So, and then I mean, Spider-Man 3 is that on here? That is right.
Spider-Man.
Or no,
is
it's
only one
not.
and
It's
two.
not right. Oh,
Yeah.
just 1
I
and
say
2.
there's only one
Yeah.
and two for Spider-Man.
I was gonna say because that third one is in the S tier. The third one is just the same in the same kind of vein. It was just like too much.
Which one was the third
so-
one? That's with the 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
just man, that's just satisfying.
I mean, is it safe to just separate the Spider-Mans right now?
I mean we can.
Which one's better than the other?
I would say Homecoming is better than Far From Home.
I
I
agree.
think so. I think so too.
Yep.
Just like the idea of this kid now knowing he has superpowers, because it was different from, of course, Tobey Maguire's powers. Like
hmm
I know like it was more emphasized that Tom Holland was, and I think like his like character and body like fits more of a high schooler than Tobey Maguire did at that time.
Yeah.
Toby was already in his 20s when he was doing a high school. person.
Yeah, and the fact like I also think it like emphasized that Tom Holland Spider-Man had a little bit more different powers than what Tobey Maguire did. Like I think it emphasized that he had more strength. Like
Yeah.
there was more scenes of him finding out he had more strength of endurance
Yeah.
than Tobey Maguire's was. You know, him just pulling the
there-
train. But I mean, I guess they both had their own kind of like pulling section. But
I
also just,
love
like-
the fact that like in real life, so Marvel did not have a hold on this character, right? Like this is still a Sony property or whatever. And going into Civil War, this was like this kind of like happened.
Yeah,
like,
there was a leak, wasn't it?
It was just like out of nowhere. Like this was something behind the scenes that Disney and Marvel were working to try to acquire it. Spoilers, it was like
Sony.
Black Panther's role in Civil War. That was not even supposed to take place. That whole thing was supposed to be Spider-Man, and they got Black Panther in because that was supposed to be like the fill-in character. And then the fact that
Black
they got
Panther was
Spider-Man
after Civil War, right?
But he was still in it.
Yeah, Black
That's
Panther's
where he was
character
introduced.
is introduced in Civil War, but
Well,
it was supposed to be
asking,
like
the timeline is that.
yeah.
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 Okay.
So to get Spider-Man, and then
No trippy. Andrew Garfield's great.
I don't think anybody expected the collaboration between Spider-Man and Tony Stark. So like when we got that scene where he's got it's like a super suit, and nobody expected him to have. It's an Iron Spider-Man suit in the first one, and he's going through that.
Not the first one.
Well, it's not the Iron like what he gets in Infinity, but I'm saying like it's like an Iron Man like level tech suit.
yes.
When he's like going through the little tutorial shit, and it's like locking on. He has all this other
he
stuff.
He had a Friday.
That's my favorite scene.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
my
that
favorite
scene is fucking awesome. Where he's like go into kill mode or
You have
activate
over
kill
100
mode.
Webs.
Yeah, and he's just like locked in the freaking the little locker thing or whatever, and he's just going through them that whole time.
Speaking
Sick.
of Rap, you have over 100 webs, but yet we've only seen one of them in all these movies, right? Just a regular old.
No, he does some of the cool ones.
He's done a couple. There was a couple. There was like stun ones. There was like there was a couple like bomb ones that he had.
Was there
his
like an
main use
electric
is
one?
just the regular ones.
Yeah, I don't remember them really.
It's pretty cool. And then nobody. I don't think anybody planned for how good the chemistry would be between Tom Holland and Tony Stark. Like, there's a legit chemistry, like the father-son thing. The scene where he says like, or he kept sending like his robot or like his virtual self, and then he actually shows up in New York. That fucking was a great moment. Like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, I actually care about you, and I'm actually trying to, help you become,
I love the first time when he's reaching over in the limo to open the door.
yeah.
Goes in for a hug. He's like, we're not there yet.
I think that's an improv scene. Actually, I think that's I've seen that wasn't planned, and Tom Holland like just goes in and he's like, that's not for you.
Yeah, that was
I love
great.
when that happens.
Yeah, and just the way that he like saves his ass, like with the cruise ship is like splitting in half, and it's clear like he's not going to be able to save everybody, and then Tony Stark literally does it in like 30 seconds, solves the whole thing. It's just like, okay, like you're making it clear that Spider-Man is not Spider-Man. This is a trainee Spidey, and it was like you said, like it felt like a high school kid.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I mean,
So we're putting those where?
oh damn, forgot about the fucking twist at the end, the plot twist that fucking Michael Keaton is his girlfriend's dad. That just never.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. Did y'all see that coming in the when you watched it?
No.
Like, I feel like it was just totally like when he opens the door and it's like, who the hell are you? And it's like, oh shit. And you put it together, it's like, oh, he's her dad. Just they got us with the old what do you call it?
Yeah.
The old bait and switch.
Yeah, the old bait and switch.
You think we're gonna actually get Keaton as Vulture again?
I don't think so. I think
Like in a Sinister Six kind of thing. Because I tell you what, Sony's the only one that's been like putting out moneymaker movies recently.
What was the one
for Marvel?
Wait. I saw we're putting
the post
Far
credit?
From Home on A, and then
Or do you want to put them
Homecoming on
both?
I thought it was reverse order.
Oh, you
You
thought
sure you got the right one?
You thought Far From, which one is the first one?
Far From
Homecoming.
Homecoming is the
Oh
first
yeah,
one.
yeah,
Far
yeah.
From
There,
Home is
there,
the
yeah,
second
yeah,
one.
yeah.
And then on Homecoming, it was a little cameo, but I really did like how Childish Gambino was in.
Oh, dude, the
Spider-Man
Prowler kills it.
after
Now,
a lot of like petition and everything.
Speaking of him, did you see him
Fuck.
in the Spider-Verse movie?
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen the new Spider-Verse? I won't say it.
I haven't seen that,
That
or
is
the
dope.
first one. If I'm being
That
100%
is
honest. I
fuck.
don't-
That is dope
You need
as shit
to.
that
They're
they do that.
gold.
I've heard,
They
I've
would
heard.
both be S tier for me if.
Oh
we were
yeah,
doing
yeah.
those as well.
Yeah,
Those are really special movies that they don't have any business being that good for like animated cartoon movies. That's just crazy.
Yeah, Josh, we could make a little date and we could go watch Spider-Man in the living room here.
I'll bring some popcorn.
Need to catch up on some comic book movies.
Bro, looking at this list, I would put I think I'd put Iron Man 2 in C category.
I'm
Iron
not
Man
opposed
2
to
and
that.
C. I mean, looking
I'm
at
not
the
opposed
list,
to
they're
it's
it.
not
Mickey
as
Ward.
good.
I want my bird. I want my bird.
Yeah,
want
I would
my
put.
bird.
I'm just thinking, looking at it now. I would just throw Iron Man 2. It does not
Okay.
need to be with the rest of those.
What does he call that missile? What does Hammer call that missile?
That's actually a bright spot for me. I think that
The
guy is
Widowmaker?
gold, dude.
Or
Yeah.
no, the
The ex-wife. The
Is that
ex-wife.
what the missile's
We call
called?
it the ex-wife. Yeah.
And all it does is just
Yeah.
just
Who
That's
was
great.
who was the main villain in 2? Was it that Electro dude, like with the
Yeah.
electric whips? at
Yeah,
that point?
Mickey Rourke.
like Mickey
and
Rourke.
what was he actually called? Whiplash?
Yeah,
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
It should have been Omega Red, but that's an X-Men property type thing, which just belongs to
maybe
Sony.
we'll
Like,
get
I've
that
heard of
in
Omega.
one of the new multiverse movies.
yeah.
Yeah, I would. that's
Fighting
it.
Ironheart or something.
It does not need to be in B.
A really special spot, Black Panther. Like, I would put this just under the elite movies, even though it's
I would throw it in B, but that's just me.
bro, you're
I'd
tripping,
throw it
dude.
in A for sure.
The vibes in that movie, the fucking swag, the music,
It's
Killmonger.
for me, it's at the end of the A tier, beginning of B tier.
It's so good, dude. It's so good.
Mine, I'd throw it ahead of A tier, like top of
Me
A tier.
too,
Just
bro. I
Michael
would
B.
too.
Jordan's like character.
I
was
would have
just
thrown it
so
above.
sick.
I would have thrown it above.
And it
The
goes
music.
the music
Yeah.
that bro that was, I mean, everybody has heard music in a theater, but
Sure.
that was one of the first movies, and I don't necessarily have like an ear for music, like really, like, at a high level or whatever. That was the first time I saw a movie and was thinking like the music is actually affecting the quality of the movie. Like it's moving at a pace, like it makes the scene of like a simple scene, the museum scene
R.I.P.
that
Chadwick.
Killmonger has in the beginning. It's a simple scene, but that fucking music hits, and then he's
When
like,
you get those whistles or the little
yeah, dude.
I mean, obviously I can't make
Yeah.
them. I don't
All
know, but
that entire soundtrack just is insane. When they walk into the little club scene that they have, and they meet up,
The little.
what's his
yeah.
name? Gollum. What's his Andy Serkis? And he talks about yo, you look like you got a mixtape. He's like, yeah, I do actually. Like, I got it on SoundCloud or whatever. That whole scene, and they walk in with the swag that they do, bro. That is an S tier movie.
It's just like it was also just like Michael B. Jordan is Killmonger. Just the way he steps into the throne,
Takes
he's
off his
like,
shirt.
"Yo, ask me who the fuck I am, bro.
Is this
Ask
your
me.
king? Is this your king?
Ask me, dude." And he's just like, "What's up, Auntie? I'm fucking here."
What's up,
bro."
Auntie?
Like, that was just dope.
Yeah, dude.
earlier before the podcast, me, Rep, and Leroy were talking about what if, and Rep, there's a couple what if episodes with Killmonger that you should
It's
go
legit.
watch.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's legit. Go give it a
Every
watch.
episode's different, right? Like you can top around.
Yeah, you can top
Yeah.
around.
Aren't they doing another set of those?
Yes,
They
they
are.
are.
But yeah, Black Panther is definitely a special movie. The next one that's right there, I mean, Civil War. I would probably put that in S,
Yeah, bro.
just because of the
Just
amount of
because of-
stuff, the scene, the actual acting that goes down, some of the harder acting.
It set us up for Endgame, right?
Yeah.
Because without Civil War happening, you don't have the whole group split in the.
You don't have the struggle and the reason why they're mad at
Bro,
each
there's
other.
just so much that goes on.
The scene where he confronts Cap about, like, did you know that
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
he killed my mom? And he's like, no, I didn't know it was him. And he's like,
bro, sheesh.
dog, if you haven't seen
that,
these
bro?
movies, bro, you gotta go watch these movies. But that scene, bro, his face, bro, freaking, if somebody was ever born to play a role, it's freaking Tony Stark from Robert Downey Jr. It's just match made in heaven. And when they go at it, and he finally says, like, well, he killed my mom. And it was like, bro, this is on. We're fighting. We're gonna fight. And then Cap has to fucking try to keep the peace, but he can't just like protect it. He has to fight back, otherwise he's gonna die. So it was just, bro,
Right.
so good, dude. So fucking good.
You
Shout
guys
out
mind if
to
I lob a controversial pick.
sure.
Yeah.
I would say Avengers, first one, back end of B, like barely. touching.
Ooh. Ooh, that is.
Now here is my reasoning
Let's
as
hear
to
it.
why. I love it. It was great. It's the combination of a bunch of paths crossing over, and I'm a huge fan of seeing a lot of things come together in that way. And they did great. They did great in the first one. Black Widow hunting down, the Hulk, Iron Man going all this kind of stuff. Captain America, he's training by himself, all that kind of good stuff. Paths come together, but it was just like a lot of dragging going on in the middle. As soon as they get in the air, it was a lot of
You
dragging.
didn't like the putting Loki in the little box and then the little.
It's like that, and
the
then
plane blown up.
That and like Mark Ruffalo and Captain America and Tony Stark like not trusting each other. Like I get that they're all like new superheroes and like it was the first time meeting each other in a kind of way. I just think that a lot of that took its time, I feel like, and it's probably a big reason why the movie is 3 hours long, and then it gets down to the point where they're fighting in downtown New York. And I like it because they come back to it in Endgame.
I mean, in all honesty, though, I would put Age of Ultron below the first Avengers.
Yeah, I would definitely agree to that too.
I
do
think
too.
Both of y'all, all three of y'all are putting Avengers like the nostalgia of it. Over the good.
I think that's what Rep's take was. That was a good example of Rep. Like he removed nostalgia out of it.
Yeah.
And graded it on what it is, and there is a lot of that, like what he's talking about. Like just maybe they didn't find their rhythm yet. Obviously,
better than Age of Ultron.
If you remove the nostalgia out of it, I think Age of Ultron's better than the first Avengers.
No,
it's definitely arguable. Like there's a smoother rhythm to Age of Ultron
now, and it's like I like the second Avengers movie more now than I did, 5 or 10 years ago when you're watching them for the first time. Like going out of the theater after Avengers 2 did not feel the same after leaving Avengers 1, right? After leaving Avengers 1, you're like, holy shit, dude, that was awesome. We finally got all 4 characters together, all 5 together. And then it's like we got more and more movies, and then a couple years later, you're like, second Avengers movie, man, that was great. Didn't feel the same though. I'm telling you, I think you put nostalgia making the first one better than the second one.
I'm pretty sure the first one was better than the second.
I agree that that Ultron is not as good as one or the one was.
Yeah.
Because there was like a steady group of people that saw Avengers 1 and it's like, oh, you know what? Let's go back and watch all the other ones. Now you just made a whole bunch of Marvel fans, me included. Like there was a couple I skipped. Like I never watched Hulk up to that point. Saw Iron Man, didn't see Captain America, didn't see Thor, and then after getting it all together in Avengers, I went back and watched those. And so I know it's a controversial pick to pop that down there, but I would also still would say that Ultron is a little not as good.
I think the discussion becomes like who's the better villain in the movie. Like in the first one, it's Loki and kind of like their own morality, like their own like relationships with one another. And then in Age of Ultron, it's kind of a soulless bunch of robots. Like it just kind of felt like you're just killing the same thing over and over, and it was kind of like
purpose. What was Age of Ultron's purpose?
Yeah, like it was like just to eradicate everything, but there was never.
It was to prevent like.
Well, I think he would like that. He's going to destroy the world if that city he raises, it was like nuclear or whatever. If it hits the ground, the whole planet was going to blow up, and it was just going to be robots taking over.
I don't know what your question is, Leroy. You keep getting interrupted. What?
No, I said wasn't Age of Ultron's point of stopping them so they can prevent anybody from dying or something like that?
No, the premise of Age of Ultron, like they have the Mind Stone, and Tony's trying to build an AI with it, and then it takes over Jarvis and then becomes sentient, and then it builds his Ultron body, and then it takes over.
He basically he realizes that humans are their own worst enemy and that they're going to kill themselves. So he's going to erase humans. He's going to kill all the humans.
Yeah, I didn't.
And
it was good. I just don't think it was better than the first one.
The purpose of
Kick-Ass's cameo in that one though.
Who?
Kick-Ass.
Oh yeah, dude. Rest in peace. That was quick. He made a quick exit. But what I really love what's his name as Ultron. That was what kind of frustrated me. Kevin Spacey or what's his name? Robert California. What the hell is his name?
Fuck,
Whatever his name is, the dude from The Office.
I can't think of his name.
Michael Scott. Yeah, he kills it as Ultron. His voice and like, I love that last scene, or what his introduction scene where they're like at the party.
Pinocchio.
Bro, it's
All
so
I'm saying is
good.
wherever
Like,
we
all
put,
I had strings.
wherever we
Now
put
I
Avengers, we
don't.
got to put Age of Ultron right next to it.
Or
Oh man, I have a hard time
I would put it
with Avengers in. Where'd you want to put it? You wanted to put it in B?
No. I'm saying wherever you.
No,
put
Rep wanted to put Avengers in B.
I wanted to put it in B, back into B. And then,
That's a tough one.
Then that's what I'm saying. If you do that, then you got to. I wouldn't put Age of
And you
Ultron.
got to put Age of Ultron right there with it.
I mean, I can live with that too. That they're like right next to each other. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not better than these movies in A. Like these movies are better.
The beginning of Age of Ultron, that wasn't when they were fighting in like a
In a forest.
Not like a-
Yeah,
was that the forest or
Yeah,
was
that's
it like
the first
city
scene.
and then
with the
They were
cheesy.
fighting
They
Australia.
they have the cheesy like language. Like Cap says like "damn it" or something like that.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
or shit, and it's like language. It was kind of
Is Civil
cheesy.
War the one I'm thinking of when Iron Man's trying to put the Hulk to sleep? It's like go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Yes,
No. That
With the
is,
Hulkbuster? the Hulkbuster
the
suit.
Hulkbuster?
Yeah, with the Hulk, he's like punching the shit
Yeah.
out of him. He's like, go
That's
to
think
sleep.
that's-
Age of Ultron.
Is that Ultron?
No,
Age of
because
Ultron.
Yeah, because you get Wanda to get in all their heads in that game,
Yeah,
in that movie.
Yeah.
See, Leroy, you can't talk about Age of Ultron because you
I'm
haven't
just
watched
saying,
it forever,
I'm-
bro.
I have-
You
I'm
don't know
just
what you're
saying-
talking about.
I'm just saying Age
That
of
is an
Ultron
underrated
not
fight when he gets the Hulkbuster. That is a cool.
Yeah.
That was a cool thing.
I'm
saying, I'm
telling you,
not-
this
I'm probably
movie's
not the
better
only
than
one.
you remember it, bro.
Probably not the only one who's thinking.
And
like
it's got
because you
what's
haven't
his name?
watched it in a while.
It's got Claw. It's got Andy Serkis in it too for a little bit. That was a nice little.
Yeah,
I would
cuts his
put,
arm off.
first time he gets introduced.
Yeah.
The other two either have to be A tier.
Let's
I think
go
these are
Guardians
both
first. Let's go Guardians first. Where are we putting
would-
Guardians?
I would put Guardians in.
I think these are
S
both
tier,
A
but That's
tier.
just me. But
It's so good.
The
Guardians
first Guardians
is so
for me
good, dude.
is S tier.
we're talking about one. We're talking about only 1, 2,
But
and
it's-
3. I would put Guardians in S tier.
But it's just so
The
hard for
music
me to
was-
say
the
it's
music
better
was
than
good,
these,
bro.
bro. I
The
would say
fucking-
it if y'all want
Music
to
was
though.
good.
The music
That
was
first
good,
scene,
the
bro,
fucking-
when he walks in doing the hey, hey, and he kicks the little
Mhm.
fucking thing and grabs it. He's using it as the mic, the little fucking
I don't know. That's what I had
dinosaur.
it
That was
with-
so good.
It was good, bro. I think it's S. We're talking about
Did you
1
guys
through 3 phases.
did you guys know about Guardians of the Galaxy before watching it? That was one. That
No
was one
one
of the.
did,
I had no
unless you
idea
were
who
in
the
the
hell it
comics, bro.
was. That's what I'm saying. Like I never really heard of Star Lord. Never really heard of any of those characters outside of like obviously like Thanos, or they start talking about like the what's the other one?
Benny
I
Stone.
mean,
Yeah.
other than
Gamora.
I knew
Yeah.
about it, but never read any of their stuff. I mean, that's
That was just a pleasant like you walked into it because at that point of the Marvel saga, you're like, dude, you're in it, right? And it's
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to be
oh,
cool.
another Marvel movie. Let's go. Guardians. Who are
really-
they? I don't care. Go
Really
see it.
didn't know what his power was. Like, still don't know what the hell Star Lord's power is. Like, he never uses any goddamn power. Like, shooting.
Just uses
He's-
He's basically Han Solo
he's half
in fucking
God.
Marvel. Yeah, but he like never uses any kind of like power. He just survives everything. I
Yeah.
guess.
basically.
then Iron Man is A.
I
Yeah,
would-
Iron Man's.
If
right
you
there
take
too, bro.
nostalgia out of Iron Man, it's the first of A tier for me. If you leave nostalgia in, it's S because it's the beginning of the whole shit.
I can agree with that.
I
Just
can
his
agree with
first
that,
suit
too.
was so dope, just with a fucking car.
It was
battery.
unheard of, bro.
Bro,
Like that. That
belie-
was like
believe it or
going to
not,
the theater watching that.
I didn't even know it was a comic Iron Man when I went to see it. I was with some
Are you
friends or
serious,
whatever.
bro?
Yeah, dude. It was like I thought it was like I don't know, some kind of like action movie, but I had no idea it was comic until it was like he starts talking about the suit in like the cave or whatever. It's like, oh shit, this is they're really going here. Like this is the Marvel movie or whatever. And of course everything after that is just Obadiah Stane, and I actually really, really like Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is such a better war
Yeah.
machine.
I think so.
It's a crime that Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle's legit too, but Don Cheadle
Yeah,
is
but
not War Machine. Bro.
Terrence Howard would have been.
If you watched any cartoons or comics or whatever, War Machine, Terrence Howard is such a good War Machine because he would check
Yeah.
Tony Stark like in instances or whatever, and even match him. Like War Machine, would be as powerful as Iron Man, like in those fights or whatever. But Don Cheadle's so under.
I gotta give Don
Downey Jr.'s.
Cheadle his credit. I don't know. I know you haven't watched Secret Invasion. Has anybody here seen it?
No.
Oh, man, I don't want to spoil anything, but
Don't spoil anything.
I'm not going to be. But I gotta say, like, he was a shining star of that show, and even though the repercussions of what they did in that show affects a lot of what happens in all the previous movies and stuff, like, the way he acted it out was great.
Yeah, I mean he is a high level actor. Like he's an S tier actor, like for the shit that he does. But his War Machine is not a shorter, like lighter, like dude. That's just not like he was a physically imposing dude.
Terrence Howard was, I agree. Terrence Howard messed up by losing. He could have made more money at the end of it.
Hell yeah, dude.
And because the good thing is, we still have War Machine too. Like he's not dead. He's not taken away for any of the movies. Like, hopefully we'll get him in, more Avengers and more. Maybe we'll get our own War Machine movie. Like, or
who knows?
Yeah, he's going to be in Iron Wars, right? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, Cheadle's in that one. Yeah, it's supposed to. Who knows after how much money they're losing right now?
You never know after South Park's been getting a hold of them.
True.
Was Iron Man 1 the first one that started off? Because I thought the Hulk was. Like, I thought
the release
the very first Hulk is not canon or whatever.
Thor.
There is a Hulk, but that's like, I think
it's the one with Eric Bana.
Oh, you're thinking of the old
Fox.
Hulk.
Yeah, the old Hulk is not considered
I was
part of
this one that we had, the one that we ranked as F tier. That was the first one that came out, and then Iron Man came out.
No, I think at the very end of Iron Man 1, you get the scene where he meets
Fury.
Is it Fury in the first one? All right, so then it was
Sam Jackson. You get Fury in the end, Iron Man, and then you get Tony Stark and
at the end of Hulk,
the General in the end of Hulk.
Ross,
and then you get the Hammer, right?
We get the Hammer at Captain
in the end of. You get the Hammer when? When does the Hammer come in?
It might have been at the end of Captain America when they push to the
forward. Before Thor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I think so. Yeah.
I can't remember. It's been a decade.
It's been
12 years.
I thought the order was like Hulk came out and then Iron Man came out, and I thought it was just like a Marvel.
They weren't far from each other. Maybe a year or two. Like not far.
I would say that the old Hulk, the one that I don't know if you're thinking of Eric Banner Hulk, was probably the best rendition of Hulk.
I don't know, dude. It was the most comic wise. Yeah, it was very comic booky,
bro.
But he looked kind of CGI. Like it was very like.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that, bro, that boy's fucking just one hopping the world.
What about what's his name's performance in it? His dad.
My favorite one is probably the Endgame Hulk.
Oh, where he's Professor Hulk? Quote unquote Professor Hulk.
It isn't She-Hulk.
He's like, say green.
Yeah, not She-Hulk.
Oh man.
But
anyways, I think
that's a pretty competitive list.
Hey, clip it, ship it, Omar. Put it in the chat.
Snip it out,
snip it out, baby.
I don't think you have to. I guess you
do. But anyhow, I think that's it for our list today. Leroy, do we have anything else we're talking about? Bowling?
I mean, we have bowling. Other than the fact
that bowling.
The LofS got cheated out in bowling. So
yeah,
we want to talk about it real quick, or do you need to?
No, we'll go real quick. We got to target on our back.
Yeah, we do.
The LofS have a target on their back.
Yeah, we do.
We're being hunted.
So last week, we were off for Thanksgiving. And then last week, I was not feeling well enough to bowl, so I said we can get, a sub for me, or I'll just, we'll take my blind or whatever. And then we also had someone else that couldn't make it, so we decided we'll just post bowl. So what we normally do is we text the secretary of the league, say, hey, we're not going to make it tonight. We need a post bowl. Usually there's no issues. Well, this motherfucker didn't text Omar back and then proceeded to text him like an hour after bowling started and said, hey, you guys forfeited. You know you can't just not show up. And we're like, what the fuck? This has never happened before. And I don't know if you want to take it from Hero, but there was lots of talk back and forth.
Yeah, dude, we're basically trying to prove it's horseshit, and it just we'll get more on Thursday. We'll find out like what they're gonna do. But
right?
They're basically, I mean, they're sticking it to us for. We thought we were doing what we were supposed to do. Like, I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, trying to hit us with the whole 24-hour rule that we've never had to do before.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
We'll see what happens. Maybe we might just have to get a new league. Find a new.
Yeah,
league.
We might have to move on to something new.
You got a target on your back. You got a target on your back. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Other than Rep, you got anything?
I mean, now we have confirmation Nav's in.
There you go.
LofS
podcast.
You heard it here first.
Nav is the second one to be kept.
That's not confirmed.
No, I don't think I have anything else other than I'm looking forward to CDL playlist coming out in that rank system. I'm probably gonna put a decent amount in that. Nice. So if anybody wants to play, and I'm sure I'll be looking for some Crimson players in the league.
Absolutely.
Get in there,
Hey, on behalf of the OGs, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, bro, this was a good one.
My question for you is, who would you want to see on our next podcast or in the future?
Oh, we got to get Cam in here.
Cam's already been here.
Can we get him again?
Can we get him again? We got a waiting list, but Cam is definitely welcome back.
If not, I nominate Trippy. I think he's got a lot of Rocket League stories.
That's true.
Who
else
would be very interesting?
Anybody start with the C?
C Brizzle, you mean?
Cody again?
That's what I meant. C Brizzle.
We do. We'll see.
You guys said Brizzle's not playing because of me. I don't know what I did. So
I think he'll play.
Maybe he can apologize to me or something.
I think after we found out that you're just good, I think he's good with it now.
What did I do, man?
Slap his cheeks.
Well, Leroy, you want to take us out? Since,
maybe you take us out now. I think we've caught enough awkward situations trying to get the host to take us out or the guest.
What's that? We take it out? I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyways,
we'll see you guys.
I think we'll figure something out. I think we'll get an ending here pretty soon.
Yeah. Thanks everybody. We'll catch you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Later, boys.
See you guys on the flippity flip.
I'm dreaming of a wife.
I love you 3000.
Jesus Christ.
Later, both.